Miss Schools asserts that she is pregnant with Dominic's child, a revelation that imposes a significant emotional burden on Miss Mangrum as she navigates her profound sense of loss. This situation undeniably complicates their interactions, creating an intricate emotional landscape. The dialogue surrounding communication methods, particularly the use of Facebook, underscores the misunderstandings and heightened emotional responses during this traumatic period. Such circumstances complicate the narrative of what information was known and when, revealing the layers of emotional distress involved. Miss Mangrum's hesitance to recognize the child as her son's offspring originates from her deep grief and an instinctive desire to evade constant reminders of her loss. This avoidance intensifies an already challenging emotional conflict as she grapples with the implications of this paternity. Individuals in mourning often express a longing to cherish the memories of their loved ones, yet they simultaneously confront the agonizing pain those memories can evoke. This internal struggle may lead them to avoid reminders, thus complicating their grieving process. The introduction of a child sharing the name of a deceased loved one elicits a spectrum of emotions. While it may evoke moments of joy, it simultaneously serves as a poignant reminder of the loved one's absence. This duality further complicates the grieving experience and can precipitate a deeper emotional turmoil. Paternity disputes often exacerbate emotional distress, particularly when questions of a child's identity emerge in the wake of a tragic loss. Such legal entanglements can introduce additional layers of heartache, placing families in a precarious emotional position. The discussion regarding the complexities of proving paternity within a courtroom setting highlights the critical role of DNA testing. This method is essential not only for establishing clarity within family relationships, but also for alleviating the emotional strain associated with uncertainty. The emotional ramifications of paternity doubts extend to all parties involved, creating an atmosphere of anxiety and uncertainty among mothers and potential fathers alike. This examination reveals the pervasive impact of such doubts on familial dynamics and personal well-being. The narrative further illustrates the recurring theme of individuals returning to court over paternity issues. This pattern points to ongoing struggles with commitment and the ambiguity of family roles, underscoring the complexities inherent in these relationships. Mr. Wallace articulates his skepticism regarding Miss Austen's fidelity, suggesting her alleged promiscuity casts doubt on the child's paternity. He claims to possess text message evidence that implicates her in infidelity, further complicating the matter at hand. In response, Miss Austen reveals her brief affair with another man during her relationship with Mr. Wallace. This admission complicates the situation further, as she acknowledges that her actions were motivated by feelings of hurt and a desire for revenge. The courtroom dynamics expose a cycle of blame and emotional distress that permeates the interactions between both parties. The judge's cautionary reminder that two wrongs do not make a right serves as an important reflection on the tumultuous nature of their relationship. The emotional toll stemming from a fractured relationship often manifests as feelings of abandonment and confusion among those involved. This is starkly evident in the struggles faced by both women as they seek a semblance of stability in the midst of chaos. The conversation illustrates a cyclical pattern of leaving and returning, which significantly complicates the relational dynamics. This ongoing cycle not only breeds instability, but also fosters a deeper sense of resentment among the involved parties. The imperative for personal growth emerges as a fundamental prerequisite for fostering healthy relationships. A lack of commitment from one party is often indicative of their emotional immaturity and unpreparedness to shoulder the responsibilities inherent in such bonds. The relationship between Mr. Shelton and Ms. Wolfe, characterized by passion yet brief duration, becomes particularly consequential with the arrival of twins. This scenario underscores how fleeting connections can yield lasting ramifications within familial structures. Trust issues become palpably evident as both parties engage in accusations of dishonesty and promiscuity. This situation starkly illustrates the extent to which a lack of communication can further complicate parental responsibilities and relationships. Ms. Wolfe conveys a profound emotional need for her children to know their father, emphasizing the significance of familial ties in their lives. Her past experiences, particularly the loss of her oldest child's father, amplify her sense of urgency around this matter. Mr. Dukwa expresses his belief that he may be the biological father, citing a previous relationship and physical resemblances with one of the twins. He openly acknowledges having engaged in unprotected sex with Ms. Wolfe, adding another layer of complexity to the situation. Despite having met the twins only once, Mr. Shelton expresses a strong desire to be involved in their lives. His emotional connection to the children signals a wish to forge a meaningful relationship, highlighting the complexities of paternal involvement in modern contexts. This situation encapsulates the intricate dynamics of contemporary family structures, where multiple potential fathers can exist for siblings. The court, in this context, plays an indispensable role in clarifying paternity through the utilization of DNA testing. The court's ruling carries significant implications for the children's futures. Understanding their biological father becomes critical for their emotional and psychological development, as establishing paternity can profoundly influence their identities. Ms. Wolfe articulates her sadness regarding the ongoing situation, poignantly acknowledging her children's need for a father figure. This sentiment reveals the emotional toll experienced by the family as they navigate these complexities. Ultimately, despite the court's resolution, Mr. Dukwa expresses a steadfast commitment to remain engaged in the children's lives. This commitment underscores the argument that love and support hold greater significance than mere biological connections.